have a pass to be out doing lessons?
Oh, yeah, I do. It's right here.
Emma Roberts is an American actress, singer, and rising Hollywood star. Emma already has about 40 works in her filmography. She is adored by millions of fans, and she is offered advertising contracts by major brands. We have prepared this video to get a closer look at this ambitious and promising actress. Emma Roberts. How Scream Queen lives and how much she earns. Emma Rose Roberts was born on February 10, 1991 in Rhinebeck, a small American town in New York State. The girl's father is a famous film and television actor, Eric Roberts, the older brother of Hollywood beauty Julia Roberts. He gave his daughter a wild cocktail of Irish, Scottish, German, Swedish, and Welsh blood, but he could not be the perfect parent for her. The eccentric man briefly appeared in married life with model Kelly Cunningham, but he left his wife and daughter just a year after their daughter was born. Such behavior angered his younger sister Julia. She supported the family abandoned by her reckless brother in everything. So she helped Kelly with the paperwork as Eric tried to get custody of his daughter in court. And after a while, she bought a house for Kelly and Emma. Julia really became a personal guardian angel for the little girl and adored her. It was the famous aunt who discerned a spark of talent in the girl and brought her to the set of the movie America's Sweethearts, in which she starred in 2000. She was given a tiny role, and even though her name was not in the credits, the most important thing happened. Emma fell in love with the acting profession. Soon, she starred in the crime drama Blow, finding herself on the same set as Johnny Depp and Penelope Cruz. At that time, Emma was only 10 years old, and because of age restrictions, she couldn't watch the movie until she turned 18. The mother of the young actress was adamantly against starting an acting career at such a young age. She feared that her daughter might repeat the path of Hollywood teenagers, but it was impossible to stop Emma. The trademark assertiveness of the Roberts had done its job, and her mother could no longer resist. They moved to Los Angeles, and Emma went to Archer School, where she was able to combine her studies and filming. It was also during this time that her mother, Kelly's personal life began to take shape. She got married and had a young daughter, Grace. The eldest daughter went shoulder deep into the process of filming. For 3 years, she had worked in several films, including the short film Big Love and the family comedies Grand Champion and Spy Mate. Emma Roberts' earliest stardom came in 2004, when she was invited to star in the TV series Unfabulous on the Nickelodeon channel.
I'm sorry. No comprendo. We don't speak geek.
The cute story about a teenage girl composing her own songs not only captivated American teenagers, but also gave the budding star an incentive to start singing. Thanks to this, a year later, the talented girl recorded her first solo album, which also became the soundtrack for the second season of the show. By the way, as her character, Roberts appeared in an episode of another Nickelodeon show, Drake and Josh. Emma's work was recognized by Hollywood experts with nominations at the Teen Choice Awards, Young Artist Award, and others. The promising 15-year-old girl also began to attract the attention of advertisers and received a contract with Dooney & Burke, a brand that produces bright handbags. In 2006, the movie Aquamarine was released, in which Emma played one of the main roles.
We just call and hang up. We do it all the time. Why? I don't know. It's just what you do. Okay.
This film was loved by teenage girls and became another stepping stone to success for our hero. For this work, she received the Young Artist Award as Best Supporting Actress. Already in 2007, Emma's filmography was enriched by the main role in the detective film Nancy Drew, based on the works of Caroline Keene. Interestingly, during the filming, the girl didn't have a driver's license and technically couldn't drive a roadster in the chase scenes. The next year was no less successful for the actress, as there were 3 films with her participation. The drama Limelight failed at the box office but won an award at the Toronto International Film Festival. Emma also presented a youth comedy, Wild Child, which came to the viewers' liking.
Malibu moment. Remember what I taught you guys? Who are we?
In addition to acting experience, working on this picture has brought the girl a fateful acquaintance.
Hey, are you okay?
Oh, you're awesome. Is she okay? Should I call an ambulance?
The charming actor Alex Pettifer played the lover of the stroppy main character. Emma liked him in real life too, and they started dating. The young man had a serious crush on her. He even got a tattoo with the name of his beloved on his finger, but it didn't save the relationship from collapse. Soon, the girl dove into a fleeting romance with professional skateboarder Ryan Sheckler, and then there was a tennis player named Dathan Cuppen with whom she dated for 2 years. In 2009, cinemas were playing the comedy Hotel for Dogs and The Winning Season, and 2010 can safely be called one of the most productive periods in Roberts' career, when 6 films starring her were released simultaneously. In the romantic comedy Valentine's Day, Emma played along with her famous Aunt Julia and stage star Taylor Swift.
Hey,
So, I'm gonna go to English and then I'm gonna go set up.
I'll see you there.
The audience generally accepted the film positively, and the box office receipts amounted to almost $200 million. According to rumors, at this time, the actress had a fleeting romance with Taylor Lautner, whom she met on the set. Other movies, It's a Very Funny Story, 12, and What's Wrong with Virginia, did not cause much excitement and were rather a failure, but still worked to the advantage of the young actress's rating. In addition, viewers saw Emma in the Japanese drama Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac and the comedy thriller 4321. In 2011, Roberts decided to reinforce her experience with knowledge and enrolled at Sarah Lawrence College, but had to leave after a year of training as it conflicted with a busy schedule. At the same time, the girl began an affair with actor Cord Overstreet, which lasted for about a year. Meanwhile, the 4th part of the legendary slasher Scream was released, in which Emma played a key role.
I found my phone. It was up in your room. There was no text message sent to Trevor. He is such a liar. Where is he?
What do you mean, where is he? He just went upstairs looking for you.
He's not upstairs.
The actress admits that working on it was quite difficult because she is not a big fan of horror films. She had to watch the first parts of the horror franchise to get the idea of it. She was so scared that she had to keep her eyes closed almost all the time. She also had to wear high platform shoes to look taller in the frame because in real life, Emma is a very petite lady. Her height is 5'1". That would have been fine, but it was extremely difficult to run in those shoes, so it's a miracle that she avoided injury. In addition, in 2011, the premiere of the melodrama The Art of Getting By took place, in which Emma played a girl with a difficult character called Sally. Alas, it was not a success. The film was crushed by critics and the audience. Almost the same fate befell the movies Celeste and Jesse Forever and Empire State, with Dwayne Johnson in the title role. Fortunately, Emma Roberts was able to take revenge already in 2013 when she was invited to participate in the series American Horror Story, in which she got the role of a bitchy witch Madison Montgomery.
And that's the rub of all this, isn't it? I can't feel I can't feel anything. We think that pain is the worst feeling. It isn't. How can anything be worse than this eternal silence inside of me?
The second successful project was the comedy We're the Millers, where Emma's partners on the set were Jennifer Aniston and Jason Sudeikis.
I don't live on the streets, okay? I crash with friends.
Okay.
The movie was well received by the audience and brought in a worldwide box office of nearly $270 million, winning several MTV Channel awards. Emma won in the category Best Kiss.
Whoa!
The bad apples in the barrel were the youth drama Palo Alto, the work of Francis Ford Coppola's granddaughter, which was not well received by the public, and the movie Adult World, where Emma starred with her new boyfriend, Evan Peters. The flamboyant romance began on the set of the TV series American Horror Story and was characterized by a tumultuous flow with many emotional outbursts. To begin with, Evan didn't want a relationship with Roberts at all, but she was extremely persistent, and after a while, the public learned that they were dating. However, there was no quite happiness and peace for the couple. Emma scandalized her boyfriend and even raised her hand against him. It became public that Roberts was accused of domestic violence and taken to the police station after she broke Evan's nose. Interestingly, Evan himself did not support the charges and asked to release the girl from custody. After everything was resolved, he waited patiently for his beloved outside. A heated embrace with explanations followed, and a few months later, an expensive engagement ring shone on Emma's finger. In the meantime, the actress continued to act. In 2014, the movie Delirium, based on the novel by the famous writer Lauren Oliver, was released. In the same year, followed a new season of the series American Horror Story, which the creators called Freak Show. Several movies with Emma's participation followed. However, the pictures were unremarkable. February, I Am Michael, and Ashby were left without a good box office and positive reviews. The latter, by the way, has collected catastrophically little money at the box office, only $123,000. Emma's personal life was also a disaster. The wedding never happened. In fact, Emma and Evan announced that they got terribly tired of each other and broke up. After some time, however, the couple announced their engagement again. But there was no wedding, and the lovers broke up and got together again and again. In 2015, the long-awaited fame came to Roberts. Inspired by her performance in Scream and American Horror Story, the creators of the series Scream Queens were considering no one but Emma for the main role.
Good morning, Chanel.
My name is Chanel Oberlin, and I am the queen of Kappa Kappa Tau.
For starring in this project, the actress refused to play a role in the movie Suicide Squad. The prototype of Chanel Oberlin, whom she masterfully played, was Rebecca Martinson, a scandalous student of the University of Maryland. The story of the letter she sent to her classmates went viral and provoked a heated public discussion. Interestingly, the screenplay for the series was written specifically for Emma Roberts and Jamie Lee Curtis. To avoid spoilers, the first season finale was filmed in several versions at once. The following year, fans could enjoy Roberts' performance in the youth thriller Nerve. This time, the film managed to collect a decent box office and even received mostly positive reviews. In 2017, the movie Who We Are Now, starring the actress, was released. Also, a sequel to the TV series American Horror Story Cult came out. At the same time, another romantic scandal involving Emma broke out. While in a relationship with Evan, the girl had a secret, intimate correspondence with Canadian actor Hayden Christensen, known for his role of Skywalker in Star Wars. Perhaps the juicy fact would have remained a secret if the frivolous correspondence hadn't been noticed by Hayden's lover, actress Rachel Bilson. The girl couldn't tolerate such behavior and announced her breakup with Christensen, even though the couple had a daughter in 2014. There was no comment from Emma and Evan, which did not at all mean that they had a strong relationship. They were both very tired of each other. The breakup seemed to be a logical ending to this story, but no statements were made this time. 2018 brought the actress a lot of work. The romantic comedy Little Italy was released, as well as the melodrama In a Relationship and the thriller Billionaire Boys Club. That summer, Emma announced that her character, Madison Montgomery, would be returning in a new episode of American Horror Story Apocalypse. 2019 began for Emma with a personal apocalypse. In March, she and Evan finally announced their breakup. The former lover left home with his belongings. However, the beauty did not grieve for long and almost immediately fell into the arms of American actor Garrett Hedlund, known for his roles in the movies Tron Legacy and Troy. In the photos that the couple posted online, they looked very happy, and a few months later followed the announcement that Emma had a baby on the way. Interestingly, the joyous event was first given away on Instagram by the mother of our hero, after which she was even temporarily banned by her daughter. In these 2 years, which the girl mainly devoted to her family, several film works with her participation were released. These include the fantasy melodrama Paradise Hills, the thriller The Hunt, and the Netflix romantic comedy Holidays.
Okay. What I want to say is it's really hot in here, huh?
In addition, Roberts took part in the voicing of the cartoon Ugly Dolls. In 2019, she was offered a role in the film adaptation of the fantasy epic Dune, but the actress turned it down because the filming intersected with another episode of American Horror Story. On December 27, 2020, Emma and Garrett had a son, whom the happy parents named Rhodes Roberts. But even the birth of a child did not seal the union of young actors. It turned out to be fragile, and in January of 2022, it became known that the couple broke up. The reasons were not given in detail. Journalists only mentioned that there was a strained relationship between them. Shortly after the breakup, it became known that Emma was dating aspiring actor Cody John, but she was in no hurry to introduce him to her son. At the same time, Emma returned to the screens, starring in a remake of the Soviet movie about fate, where she got the main role.
911, what's your emergency?
There is a naked, deranged man in my house.
deranged.
Does he have a
actually.
weapon?
Do you have a weapon?
Do I look like I have a weapon?
The movie, by Russian director Marius Weisberg, was not intended to be a masterpiece and was rather intended for a specific group of Christmas movie fans. But the producer's estimate was not justified, and the movie grossed barely $9,000 at the US box office and a little over $500,000 worldwide. Also in 2022, the horror movie Abandoned premiered.
What did you do to my music box? And the photo.
And again, the picture cannot be called a success, although the creators tried very hard and even made an homage to Emma's famous aunt, who often appears in movies and at events without shoes. So most of the screen time, Emma Roberts' character walks barefoot. In January 2023, the comedy melodrama Maybe I Do was released, where Emma played one of the main roles. In the near future, fans and critics will be able to appreciate the young actress's new work. The launch of the series' second wife was announced, where she will play the main role along with the British Tom Ellis. It'll be released on the popular American streaming service Hulu. In 2024, the Marvel Cinematic Universe superhero action movie Madame Web will be released with the participation of the actress. In addition, she will appear in the romantic comedy Space Cadet and will give her voice to a cartoon character in Star City. After all, she has voiceover experience, having been involved in animated projects like The Flight Before Christmas and Family Guy. The Scream Queen's fortune to date, according to various sources, ranges from $25 to $30 million. She gets income not only from filming and sales of music, but also from advertising. In 2022, Roberts signed a deal with Crown Vintage, a brand that produces budget shoes. According to the contract, she will promote all current and future collections. A few years earlier, Emma, along with her good friend Amanda Seyfried, participated in the creation of ads for the Fendi Fashion House, which decided to revive the production of the previously famous handbags line. Emma loves things that can be combined with any look. She prefers to dress in a variety of styles, making sure to add a little old-fashioned to the image, and can easily dress up in jeans, vintage ballet flats, and a bohemian top with puffed sleeves. She is young, beautiful, and can afford all kinds of fashion experiments. For the same reason, she was chosen as the face of the American company Aerie, which produces underwear, and Hugo Boss, who commissioned the actress to make the Alive lotion popular. The actress is trusted by such major names as Fiat Automobile, Concern, and Prada Fashion House, which produced a cute short commercial featuring Emma and Elijah Wood. Roberts has worked with the jewelry brand Tous, and at the beginning of her career, she appeared in a commercial for the makeup brand Neutrogena. Hard work and energy allow Emma to live as she pleases. Her assets have already amassed a good collection of real estate. Back in 2010, Roberts bought a house in the Hollywood Hills for $1.4 million. The home was quite modest by local standards, but quite suitable for the aspiring actress and met basic requirements. Simple furniture, but a spacious green lawn and the lack of a swimming pool was compensated by a room for making music. 7 years later, Emma sold the property for $1.65 million to her colleague Sarah Paulson. When the new owner was redecorating, she accidentally discovered a luxurious pool buried in the garden, to which Roberts, either in jest or in all seriousness, said that she took too little money from Sarah. In 2018, Emma purchased a $4 million home in historic Los Angeles. The area of the Mediterranean-style estate is more than 1,150 square feet. It is buried in verdure and doesn't look old-fashioned, despite the fact that it was built in 1922. The villa includes the main building with 3 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. In the backyard, Emma could swim in her own pool and relax in the shade. The living spaces are finished in expensive woods, granite, and made in modern style and light colors. However, Emma sold this home in 2020, expecting her firstborn. The deal turned out to be quite a good sell, and the actress got $6 million for the object. Later in the same area, the actress got another house, a 2-story whitewashed mansion built in 1921 for $3.2 million. In 2022, Emma bought a house in the Hollywood Hills from actress Minnie Driver. The latest purchase is a spacious plot of land and a 1-story villa built in 1940. The house has 3 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. The design of the rooms is characterized by quiet tones with bright details such as textiles and home decor. Like any self-respecting star, Ms. Roberts has an impressive car fleet. The actress's absolute favorite is the elegant and luxurious $60,000 Ford Mustang, followed by a classic model, a luxury Mercedes S-Class sedan, and a Range Rover Vogue SUV. In addition, Emma has a Range Rover Sport Hybrid in her garage, a star's must-have Porsche Cayenne GTS, and a roomy Chevrolet Suburban worth nearly $400,000. Emma Roberts is a brilliant actress who inherited the signature family trait of the acting dynasty: an active, punchy personality and enviable diligence. She is rich, famous, full of energy, and creative plans. Perhaps one day the talented actress will even surpass her famous aunt in popularity. What role do you see Emma Roberts in?
That was an opening, by the way.
If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything interesting.